Yo, what's the word, YouTube? You know what time it is? We going live. It's been a minute since we've been live, but we had to run it back with my man BigTruDat. How's life, my guy? How's it treating you, man?
Man, I can't complain at all, bro. Appreciate you having me back on this, John. Like I said, first and foremost, can't complain, bro. Just cool, just cool. How about yourself?
Oh, same, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Fleshing out content, doing other things, just staying busy. That's all you can do. Trying to plot the next few steps to see what, you know what I'm saying, what to do next. But, you know what I mean? No, we definitely had to get you up on here. Appreciate you for hopping back up on here, man.
No problem, no problem.
Let's get to it though. The first let's get to the first line of business. I had seen this. Um Trump.
Right?
Trump. So they say President Donald J. Trump signs a memorandum to restore law and order in Memphis, and they saying the White House is saying from their IG their IG, make Memphis safe again. In 2024, Memphis had 249 murders, 429 grapes, 5,616 burglaries, and 1,522 violent assaults is what they saying. So do you think, what he was saying, basically he pulling up to all these states, trying to clean them up, these cities in these states that's really doing that's really wilding out here. You think that he can bring order like that, or is it the same way in Chicago? Although they got the military, they got the equipment that they need, you know what I'm saying? But how
Right.
do you think they will go in Memphis? You know what I'm saying? Have y'all been hearing anything about that?
Yes. Well, I think they officially arrived yesterday on some real. I think they officially arrived yesterday. I seen on somebody's page that I know through social media. He was out in traffic and he was filming them. So I think it's mixed here though. Just being real, far as some people want them here, some don't. Like it is dangerous here, bro. Like pop on some real shit. It's dangerous here. Uh, I don't know if the army need it, but some need to happen here. What I've been hearing, I'm gonna say this though. What I've been hearing, like I was having a conversation earlier yesterday with somebody. A lot of people, and I'm seeing that they saying this in the news pretty much like it might have to do something with like they say when the army come, the army reserve, the feds normally come and this, and that. It might have to do something with they trying to get into like receipts, and it's really having to do with some money more so than what's going on in the streets.
Do do you think that ties into, because I hear a lot of people say that, and I don't know, correct me if they're wrong. They say Memphis is probably one of the top five most corrupt cities, if not top three in the world when it just comes to the education system, when it comes to the court system for sure. Because no disrespect, when I saw that dang courtroom that Govan was in, that mug looked like it was falling up. I'm like, what in the world? What the? So, like, does that, you think that they're looking into that, or do they really even care if they're doing shady stuff? You just care, they just care about specific money that they making.
I don't think they really care about the rights and the wrongs. I think it's more so where this money going to. Like where this money going to. Like I was listening to Judge Joe Brown today. One of my subscribers. Shout out to my members and subscribers. Shout out to the Bloomers though, for sure, for sure. But they be sending me content sometime. And I listen to Judge Joe Brown. You familiar with who Judge Joe Brown is?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we are. We are. I used to have that on. My grandma had it on, and I'd be watching it.
You know he from Memphis, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he was giving his spiel on what he think was going on. And a lot of it had to do with he was saying allegedly, now everything I'm saying allegedly for entertainment purposes. He was saying a lot of it was having to do with maybe the mayor had took some money a couple years ago before he became the mayor, And it had something to do, with shit tied in, like I said, with funding and things of that nature, though. Just where this money going and what happened to it. So they trying to get in here and basically check the receipts. So that's why you hear our mayor. I ain't gonna say that's why, but a lot of the officials are against it. You know what I'm saying? They saying there ain't nothing they can do about it. They're gonna have to deal with it, and they trying to see the best way to move forward. But the mayor against it. The police seem like they against it. I'm seeing a lot of just a lot of people that's in them seats seem like they against it though.
I just thought that was really interesting because I figure it funny like from y'all in Memphis because okay they pull up out there. I don't see a lot of people, and everybody likes to say the South is slow, right? Texas, Memphis, all these
Man,
places. They always think that just because we talk slower, all these other things, right? But at the same time, you see a lot of these people in Chicago. They're like, "Don't come over here, Trump. Y'all know what we gonna do." Like, really? You don't see nobody in Memphis being like, "Don't come up over here." I mean, like people really putting that online. It's more of like, I think people in Memphis is moving more accordingly than people in Chicago. Don't you think so? If that's the case.
I feel like facts, because actually we talked about this a little bit a couple of days ago, and I got a partner. He was like, man, he not really for the curfews and did this and that. But then he came back. We was having a conversation on the phone, and he was like, maybe he getting too old. He knew he probably do need to be in at a certain time, and this. So it's like I feel like deep down we know we need something in the city. Whether we agree with it or not, it might not be the military, but we definitely need some help. You know what I'm saying? We definitely need some help. And uh going back to what the mayor said when he said crime was down, it may be. I can't say it. I don't. It might be less murders, but when they speak of crime, it's a lot that go with crime. It ain't just murders. You know what I'm saying? It ain't so overall crime may be down in the city of Memphis, but this bitch still dangerous, for real.
That's like he's probably pulling them. Okay, that's like that's this is a
Offensive.
it's like a same reference in the sense, but that's like somebody in basketball being like, "Oh man, I shot better this year from three, but you shot 30%. Last year you shot 29." So
Fact.
he's probably saying, "Yeah, murder's down, but what point one, point what? Like let's get to the realness. Like let's get to the technical of this shit. You know what I'm saying?"
Right, right.
That's crazy. No, I just wanted to see somebody, what I'm saying, that's out in the city right now that actually, sees what people talk about and are they really doing this? Because sometimes you see it, then they'll pull out because they'll see, okay, we got to attack this a little bit differently. We need to sneak up on them, because they're still gonna go to Chicago. They just gonna skip them for now. And they're gonna hit them when they
We
least
ain't
expect.
finna be bullshit like that. We ain't finna be playing with them people like that.
Oh
Trust
no,
me.
for sure.
We ain't finna be
No,
bullshit with them folks.
no,
They got
no.
real army guns. You know what I'm saying? So
They got
not
everything.
saying people in the street don't have them, but man, listen, niggas gonna let them folk have this shit.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the person that's using the guns that they all got, all those people are trained the exact same, trained good enough. They're gonna be like, okay, because like what,
Right.
half of them can take out a good portion of you know what I'm saying? So
Man, they
yeah,
got drones that can,
yeah,
see where the bullshit going in. It ain't even got to deal with you.
CCTV, they can see all that stuff, man. They got all the everything on the jump on you, man. They got all the advantages. So
Right.
you gotta let us be like, yeah, just let them pass. We gonna chill out. I already see the city doing that.
Fact.
So
Did you see where that one chick? I think she's from Memphis, but I think she might be in DC now. And she was talking about when the police when this happened in DC, and she was saying it's gonna feel like you being harassed because it really is. Like they gonna be stopping your cars, checking for tags, registration, license. I mean, if you don't get this, that, they locking you up. They gonna become. It's like Homeland Security gonna be here. It's gonna be curfews, roadblocks on all. She named the streets in Memphis though, like Winchester, Elvis Presley, a lot of the main highways and byways. I was like, damn, you know, they gonna be coming to your house. They targeting guns, this, that. It's like,
when was what year was that? 2017, 16, maybe around that, give or take. New York, remember Stop and Frisk? And all them cats in New York, they was extra hot, man. They was like, yo, Stop and Frisk, this is not what we need. They're basically racial profiling at the end of the day. But that, I mean, they're being prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, of course, if they see a white dude that look like a hoodlum, they gonna do the same thing. And, you know, white folks, you ain't safe, white folks. You better chill out. White folks, they gonna get white folks.
They stopped it though, right?
That's Stop and Frisk or whatever. I think it was going for like probably some months, maybe half a year to the most, and then eventually they was like, okay, but they cleaned up a lot of stuff after they did that in New York. They was like really moving tighter. So sometimes you got a little drastic stuff to, you know, fight fire with fire. Unfortunately, let's get to some. I don't know if it's so funny news per se because it was looking kind of crazy. I hope he ain't on drugs or nothing, but because he's saying he's not. So BG, did you see him asleep in the car with his girl?
I did see that. I was watching OG Murder, who been talking about his ass for 2-3 months now. I was watching OG Murder, and he went to the clip, and yeah, man, you know, hey, it looked like a nod. I fuck with BG too, bro. BG my favorite hot boy. Like being honest, I grew up on BG. BG my favorite hot boy. I don't know what's going on with it, but shit, it looked like he was nodding. It looked like, you know, I can't say that's what it was, but it ain't look good.
Because at first you're like, okay, was he drunk? But if you just like she in his lap, looking like they was about to get freaky, or look like this is the 2 + 2.
He just stopped mid, you know what I'm saying? Stuck.
Yeah, it was on some drink or like drink, not alcohol, but drink. They was on some drink or some type of something that got them out there.
Maybe he was just tired though, bro. Maybe he was tired. Maybe he just performed when it was a long night, and you know, maybe that's what it was. Right? You know.
Nah, yeah.
I mean, you don't know how you look when you sleep. You might not have the prettiest face, goddamn it.
Oh no, we all look. We ain't looking like no sleeping king queens out here.
Yeah. Then I mean, you down too, so just think when you laying it down, your mouth gonna be open.
Oh, your mouth.
What I'm saying? Shit, down, straight down. It gonna be open.
I know, but to me, it's just like with her laying like these, and then him kind of like that, and then the dude was like, "You gonna eventually wake up if you're gonna be like, hey, what the heck?" So the dude's like, "Hey, yo, BG, hey, BG," and then BG ain't like he's in the whole next dimension is my only thing. So like BG, like I don't think he remembered any of that. So he like,
I think somebody tapping his leg and shit trying to wake him up. I'm gonna say this though, man. If BG done came home after doing all them years, man, that's the route he done took, man. I just feel bad for him though. You know what I'm saying? Real shit though, bro. Real talk. And wishing the best still though, but that's a long time to come home and still be on the same, you know what I'm saying? The shit that really took you down. I be thinking to myself, like on some real, when the famous people be going through what they going through, they regular people, you know what I'm saying? But who be serving them? Who come put the shit back in their face? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Do they reach out to somebody? Or do somebody that, you know what I'm saying, know them, how they used to get down, get back around them and be like, shit, let me get some of this money again. Or do a nigga just come home with the monkey still on their back and just, you know.
I think I'm not saying for BG case, but
I'm not saying for BG. I'm just talking about in general.
No, yeah, I'm just speaking like when I just want to make sure I make that disclaimer before I say this. I don't think necessarily I'm not going to say this on BG's half, but a lot of the times those cats, they'll go to jail, go to prison, even lower end people that call people and get a maybe $100 from somebody or whatever the case may be, right? That ain't necessarily as famous or even famous at all. They find ways to get drugs in there because the drugs, they say it's easy, just as easy to get the drugs in there. Now, granted, they gonna hit your ass because if you try to get, some weed or something, a 40 sack, you won't get one of these. Depends on how you know the guy. So I'm just saying, I don't know if that's the case in BG's particular situation, but he may have been on and off of those to where, you know what I'm saying? How long was he in there? I mean, shit, you got to go.
13 years.
Yeah, so the time got to pass by some way.
Okay, listen. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, I be listening to the prison stories on YouTube, a few of the guys on their channel, and they were telling how guys they put that towel over that window, they say, and the next thing you know, because they say there's only a few reasons why they put that towel under theirs. Whatever, but on the other
what's
end,
the reason you think? I did 7 years, so I'm trying to think what's some wild prison stories you done heard.
Well, the ones on YouTube, they be saying there's 3 reasons why the towel normally go up there. It's one, you getting your joint out, you everybody gone, you doing your thug thizzle, right?
Okay.
Which is normal. That ain't nothing,
Okay.
hey, but then they say something going down, like somebody, or no, okay, the two other, let's say 4 reasons. Okay. Somebody getting beat down, there's a fight going on, or somebody trying to get somebody out of there. Okay. The other one where it's the drop, they gang up on you and pound you down. And then the 4th is you on drugs. Like you taking some drugs, you want nobody looking in your window cell. Now, I ain't never been to jail like that. I've been for like 8 hours, and I got about them way back in the day. That wasn't for me. But yeah, that's what I hear. So I don't know if, hey, I could be out of bounds, but those are the kind of the most stories that I kind of hear. Am I somewhere in the ballpark, or am I way totally off?
I mean, you right, but at the same time, you wrong too, though. I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
Sometimes when you just having shit going on in general, you gonna have your violation up. You gonna have niggas that have their violation up all day. Just because they don't want nobody coming and looking in their cell and shit. I might have the phone.
No, that,
you know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone. I'm riding on the phone all day. So I don't want no nigga coming and looking in my cell and doing this and doing that. So I don't want you to know what I might not want you to know I got the phone.
No, I'll give you that one too.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have the violation up all day. Then I might go down there to the jail phone to play it off like I ain't got no phone, but the violation's still up. This is a private cell, man. But then,
got you.
Like you said, gang activities, niggas fighting one-on-ones. But then the violation be up, niggas conducting business, talking. So it is several reasons other than just what you was told or what you seen on the internet, though. For real.
I guess I could have thrown those in there too, because I guess they've also made that disclaimer. They're like, yeah, maybe somebody conducting some business over here, somebody doing this. But they were saying a lot of the times, though, he was like, a lot of the people that you'll see or they've been around, it was for these certain reasons.
Right.
One guy, he said he knew particularly it was because he was taking them drugs. That's the only reason why I went back to that, is because taking them drugs, they was able to still get those. He didn't want nobody to know that. And he didn't want his homie to know that. He like, yo, and he knock on and say, hey, yo, you good? You've been having that towel up over there for 2 days, 3 days now. You've been there leaving out of this mug. But know the patterns of certain people, right?
Right. Like,
you know why that towel's up. So you would know, like, oh, it's that reason or this reason's over here.
Right. So I'm gonna give you another move niggas do in the penitentiary. Some people that keep the violation up. You know what I'm saying? So you can see in there. Because they had got to the point, like when I was in jail, I ain't gonna just get on here and spill out the moves and shit though. But when I was in there, just say a nigga, you do got your phone, but you might have the Bluetooth now. They had started having Bluetooth with the choppers and shit. So you got your skull cap on, you got the Bluetooth in, but you still looking at the TV and shit like ain't nothing going on the whole time. You got the phone put up, you still count time. One on here, you know what I'm saying? You playing this shit out. So that's how niggas do it like that too, though. Yep.
That would make total sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes, that's along the lines of the normal shit, though. You know what I'm saying? That falls over there. But when
But
it's,
guess what, Pop? The reason I tell people right now to this day that I don't like phones is because when I was in prison, bro, I had to live through them motherfuckers. Had putting it up. Like the phone is your lifeline. So I'm really not a phone person right now because I had to do so much long distance and the phone, put minutes on this motherfucker, hiding it. It just, man,
I'll be
don't
wondering.
understand.
Having a phone in jail, when I be thinking about that, I'd be like, dang, somebody actually having a phone in jail, it gotta be, super stressful. And unless they know you one of them dudes and you done paid whatever off, but that's a lot of work too, because then you gotta constantly pay a guard off so he can, if you find one or whatever the case may be. So that seemed like a job in itself. You gotta hide it, this, that, and then if they see, praying that they don't say, what is it, a cell sweep, or they trying to sweep everybody's cells, you be like, dang, man. Here's my question
Mhm.
though, because I have a family member in jail. He in there for a while, but it's so damn hard because I'm on his visitation and all that. Why did it make it so damn hard for people with the phones, man? Because it just be like, I can't necessarily, he don't be caught. You know what I'm saying? I can't call them. They can't call me. It's like real, like, do they really? And I guess that's why y'all dudes do that. I mean, not y'all dudes, but just people that's been in jail do that because it is so hard to probably maybe get phone
What's
time.
it? What's his custody level for one? That's what you got to like.
That's a good
Where,
question. I need to ask
yeah,
that.
where he at? Is he on 23-1? Is he on max? Is he in a camp? Is he doing a program? You know what I'm saying? So you got to see
Yeah,
where he at. He might be in some type of program. He might be doing max. He might be, so it just depends.
that's a good thing. Okay,
Then
okay.
some people when they get to jail, some people, you know what I'm saying? They still, how long he been locked up?
About a few years, probably like 2, 3 years now.
So he in the county or he in the penitentiary in the state prison?
Nah, he in state prison, so he
In the
up in
state.
he up in there.
So shit, he might, I don't know, man. Is your name on the list?
Yeah, my
On this
name on
call
the
list?
list. Yeah. And
You
like
got
I'm at,
minutes on the phone? You got minutes on their phone?
see, I think that's the thing. Like they ain't never fully explained that portion to me. Like it's like I send money through JPay. So I don't know if he's able to throw some money from the JPay on that mug or have a little something.
When
Just
when I was locked up, I ain't never like you can see you when I was locked up, you have to get a list to the people for them to put your name on there because you can only have so many people on your call list through the prison. But it's up to you. When I was locked up, it's up to you to put the money on there.
okay, I'm gonna
Like
try to figure it
when you put nah, hold on. I'm lying. When you put money on their books, they can say how much they want to put on their phone calls.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
really can. Yeah. They can. I'm lying.
Yeah.
I
No, yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Well, you ain't lying. You just had it. You just got
Yeah,
it.
had it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
ain't lying. You ain't lying. But no, I was just curious about that because I'm like, dang, man, this sometimes it's an arm and a leg just to be up there and be like, damn, when am I gonna get a phone call? But you can still send messages through stamps on there and everything. But yeah, man, it get wicked in that, man. But
He got a girl.
shit, he did at the time. I don't know. I need to check. I need to check in. So when I check in, I'm gonna see what's up. But no, it's like kind of me and some other family members really the last time. Because these women, you can't even trust these women once you get locked up.
Facts,
That's
facts,
it's a
facts.
wrap. But yeah, man, BG, I hope you ain't like that. Cause shout out to you. You done called into the show before. Done gave us a really good look when you ain't have to with Naughty. So, shout out to you, man. I hope you ain't on that. And if you are, you just bounce back. You had a bad night. You slipped on a banana peel, like they say, and you good to go. You
Yeah,
feel
yeah. Let's think the positive before we think worse. But it looked fucked up though.
me? Look super crazy because I saw that. I was like, oh my God. Let's get to good old finesse. So I don't know if y'all seen or if y'all been seeing about what's going to be going on. They say baby mama Shugga, she responds after he was spotted with a chick with another woman. She said, "Man, look, that's my man, and whatever he do, cool. These bills paid." And she did a big old long post. I don't know if you want me to read it or not, but um, yeah. So like, what do you think about that? She was like, but at the end she said, "P.S. Now, Big Ricky, get your ass home today, or else belt to ass. I'ma turn your ass every way, but loose. That's on Jesus Christ and his sandals." But I guess she's saying that she good. She don't. I guess she don't care because they got that. What is it? A poly relationship. So this
They
ain't
gotta
nothing.
understand
Yeah.
it. They gotta understand. I mean, I'm gonna say this. What can you really say if from a uh like a man standpoint, if he got this understanding with his woman, like she was there when it was a house full. So she used to him recruiting, So I mean, what can you really say if you doing anything other than that? It's some hating, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's that man personal life, but he's so much into social media that they gonna be on his ass about anything, any and everything he got going on, whether it's good or bad. And mostly the bad shit gonna get highlighted. But I don't feel like nothing wrong with that though, Pop. Just being real shit. If they got that understanding, and he been doing this, it ain't like he doing nothing new. He just done found something. It done
Yeah.
caught his eye. And shit, he trying to bring her to the family. Hey.
Get some old children, like you said. What do
See, that's
y'all?
his speed. That's his speed.
Yeah, I mean, he raps about it all the time. You know what I'm saying? He always talk about it. Finesse the P, all this. Yeah, like you said. What do y'all think about like from the city standpoint on like how Finesse moved? I don't know if we got too much into that on the last stream or not, but like, what do y'all think per se? Like, do y'all think that he's doing it right? Like he's entertaining, like that's just Finesse, or do y'all feel like Finesse chill whenever y'all see this in Memphis?
I think he got his supporters, but I think a lot of people feel like he maybe do a lot of shit for attention too. Like he move. I don't know. I feel like the city feel like it depends on what regards. You talking about just on some street shit or just in general, or like in what regard?
So, okay, so let's do so we ain't just talking too federal. Let's just talk to him as just a man, right? Let's just go to that. Let's go to just because I guess people could say the honeycomb braising him stuff, street stuff, but it's more of just let's say a man level stuff. So him and honeycomb, right? That situation they had, him basically being signed to all these labels and leaving the stuff he had with Moneybag Yo. When he was doing that, Moneybag was telling him, "Yo, chill out. This is not how we move." Because to me, I think Moneybag Yo he plays a pretty play, as you would say. You know what I'm saying? And he play it pretty cordial to where he move business, even if he don't necessarily full on rock with somebody, he ain't gonna necessarily take it there to burn a full bridge. To where like Finesse, I almost want to put him in that black youngster category, but not fully, right? He's right there, like right, yeah, you know what I'm saying, in that black youngster realm, where we be like, dude, don't burn all your bridges, like that type of shit.
Okay, so before I answer your question, can I share something with you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so when I first got out of jail, I was in prison with Finesse too, right? Finesse2Tymes. So we was on the same compound.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
all right. So when
Be
I
on.
was locked up,
Go ahead.
yeah. So look, when I was locked up, the nigga who, if you seen Finesse2Tymes going straight in video when they picked him up from out of jail, we said, "Hey, this 2 Time." Like he called me, the going straight in.
I remember that.
Okay,
Yeah.
the dude that came and picked him up, that's my partner. He locked up. His name B Diddy. I used to call Moneybag Yo from his phone when I was locked up. So Bag used to rap on the phone for me and shit though. So long story short, before I got out, Bag had signed with Yo Gotti. So of course niggas I grew up with felt some type of way, did this and that, right? So Bag, he wanted me to be BG. So it was this party that had happened. Finesse was throwing a party. And the dude I said was the manager called me like, True, you want to come to the party? I was like, I'm gonna holler at Bag. They were cool when I first got out of jail. Then like the next month, the bullshit started happening. So Finesse and Bag had butted heads. So for some reason, bro, I'm in the middle of the shit. You know, like for real, I'm in the middle of the shit. So I called Bag. Like, hey, Bag, you know, Finesse having this party. I don't really know Finesse like that. Diddy, my nigga, though. Diddy want me to come to the party. Like, Swoop, I know Diddy, your nigga, bro. Everything straight. You cool. We go to the party. But then after that, they had fell out. And, you know, so they had, I said this, say they had their own history. And they was already kind of forming they shit from behind walls. You know what I'm saying? So they had their own history. So I feel like he came back and got Finesse because even though Finesse did what he did as far as with the paper route in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? They still had history from before I went to jail. I wasn't around Finesse before I went to jail. I didn't know him, but they knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's just strange that when I got locked up and I'm talking to a Bag through my partner Diddy, that they all end up forming their own little shit when they get out, and then they fell out. So I really would say that Finesse, man, I feel like he gonna do what's best for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's with any Memphis nigga though. You know, like he gonna do what's best for him. He a team player to a certain extent. You know, to a certain extent, he really got like rap wise, bro. Finesse talented though.
Super nice. I never take that. He's one of my favorite rappers, man. When the Finesse
Talented,
drop, I click. So I can't say he
talented.
don't rap like he's nice.
Rap wise, he talented. He one of the most talented people in the city.
Facts.
Uh, so I feel like whether the Memphis agree with him or not, if you take the street shit out of it, they fuck with him musically. You know what I'm saying? They know he one of the ones when it comes to the music, but I don't know if the city really agree with all the bullshit they be on. You know what I'm saying? Like they bring the personal shit. I think the city view of him personally override his music. The city, you know what I'm saying? The city look like him like he do a whole lot of bullshit. So I feel like it override his music, you know.
No, that's a fact. And that's what I think a lot of people always say. I just wanted to see if that's what actually Memphis thinks, because we say that out from the outside, but when I see a lot of the people in the comments and everything, everybody's always, there's people that be like, man, he hard whenever he does his, his stuff, beating on the table, all that, dropping music. They be like, I can't lie, the muck are hard, but that'd be like, as soon as he go over, like, I ain't gonna lie though, that recent rant that he did was the funniest, because he was like, Daddy talk about me like a dog. I need to get that as a sound bite. Daddy talk about me like a dog.
They say some people saying he only good when he beating. I don't think so. I think he good, period though.
No, facts. Music, like that beat, like beating on the table, all that's his thing. Like that's when that's how he needs to start venting, right? Do a little preview of it and then do the song,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because then he show you the little preview, then he show you the after version. You're like, oh,
Real
okay. Because he dropped that one finally where he was singing right there. That one I think dropped or was about to drop, and he got like somebody singing on that mug. So Finesse definitely do it with the music. We don't never
What you think about his new song? It's gonna take you an army.
That's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, Take Your Army. Yeah, that one's hard. I like it. I still listen to 90 Days. 90 Days Later. 90 Days.
Mm-hmm.
90 Days Out. Was it 90 Days Out or 90 Days Later? One of them two. Forgot what it is. Don't give me lying. But I still listening to that. that's still hard. I ain't gonna lie. I still listen to that Gotti I Showed You So.
For real.
That mug hard. I still listen to that, especially that one with him and Yo Gotti, Mind My Business.
Who else you listen to? Like, far when it came to Memphis music, who else did you listen to?
Like, you say in Memphis? Moneybag Yo, I listened to him before he like really like he was already taking off, but I remember Joe Budden was listening to him and he used to do those listening to music after, and so them of course 3-6 because you know that's all around there. Uh, um, the one I don't think that they get a lot of credit is 8 Ball and MJG. I don't know why they don't get a lot of notoriety. Like they get notoriety, but why don't they get mentioned as much as the 3-6s and all them? Do they like they're born in Memphis, right? They ain't from like Arkansas or nothing, and like they actually born and bred in Memphis. Like to me,
I feel like it might have had something to do with the city. The city definitely fool with them. You know what I'm saying? But there don't be a lot of people throwing them into that conversation until, you know, maybe real Memphis music heads. But maybe it might have had something to do with them. They come up probably coming a little bit in Texas, a little boy. I kind of feel like they went to Texas and, you know, with the Tony Drapers and the Jay Princes and stuff like that. But I feel like the older people, they definitely fool with Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, fool with 8 Ball and MJG. It's a lot of love for them here. It just ain't overwhelming like you would think it should be.
got you. Because I've been wondering that because I brought that up to somebody like a few weeks ago. We were talking, you know, it was like, you know, of course, 3-6 Mafia, that the whole sound, you know, basically, and then he was like, he brought them up. I was like, hell yeah! I was like, why the hell?
But do
Why
they
the
have the numbers like everybody else too, though?
I
Number
mean,
wise,
that is, I mean that's probably true. I need to go look at that. I can't confirm nor deny. I mean, I know they had some hits,
they
but
got some hits. They got, you know, but I think they more just a household name. But do they have the numbers like everybody else?
yeah, that's true. That's
I'm not
true.
sure. I'm not sure. No disrespect. I'm just saying I don't know if they do or not.
Nah, that's true. That's true. They
Because I didn't grow up listening to them. You know what I'm saying? I was familiar with them and I fooled with them. They were ask what it do.
he
Ask
said
Shugga, you think Finesse got a number one hit left in him, or is he hanging on by a little bit of hood support that he has left? I think he might have. I think he got. I think he got a hit in him. I don't know if it's a number one, but shit, I think he got a hit in him.
yeah, I mean, number one hits are hard to come by, man. They're like people are saying like there's like five rappers that rotate their number ones, right? And then sometimes that one rapper just gets his number ones. Like, you feel me? So I see Young Boy being the one to start, you know, really climbing that. I don't know if he got a number one recently. I would think so, but if not, he about to get one, you know, definitely after this tour.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, number one is like it's hard to say like a number one hit, even on number one on hip hop is tough.
I
Like,
think he can do like a top 25, top 50. I like a top 100 or something. I think he could chart again.
yeah, I think that's the big thing is charting now. You got to at least chart and then
Yeah.
work your way to that number one. Cause you never know. You do a right collab with somebody and then you just take off. You feel me?
Right.
You never know. All right, let's talk about this. Let's switch over to some Atlanta to New Orleans business. Or no, I guess no, it ain't New Orleans. This is ain't he from Baton Rouge? That's where Boosie from, right? Don't get me
Right.
lying. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So sorry. Let me, yeah. So Rollo, he said he pulled up on Boosie to address the snitching allegations, and of course, they've been having a back and forth and everything because everybody was thinking that you know Boosie gonna eventually tell or something, but Rollo said he pulls up on him. And I guess also, Rollo's talking shit about Young Thug. So what do you think about Rollo? Because he was really tapped in with Young Dolph, right? I don't know if he fools with Paper Route fully like that or not, but he fooled with Dolph. So I guess let me bring it back. What you think about him going at Boosie, pulling up on him, addressing the snitching allegations?
Hot for one. hot. But like you said, I guess at some point you gotta crash out. But you being watched by the police, the feds, right? Boosie on his way to the feds. So what you pulling up for? I mean, how you expecting this shit to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, so hot for one, super hot, super hot, super hot. And then you pulling up to a man premises, you know, hot. I just can't see I guess a nigga supposed to feel like this shit tough but to me, I just feel like it's hot. It's bullshit. But he said they got some understanding. So I don't know. It just seems like Rollo really want Boosie approval. Regardless of what he say though, he want Boosie approval on it. Like it really seemed like he looked up to Boosie. And the fact that Boosie, said what he said and really sticking on, putting his foot on how he felt about Rollo and not holding other people accountable. He feels some type of way about it.
I think didn't he say didn't so I knew Boosie fell for the trick bag on the interview, but wasn't that on the Breakfast Club? I want to say that was either on the Breakfast Club or one of them. I want to say it was the Breakfast Club though, and that's when they was asking about it. And he did kind of do Rollo. I ain't gonna lie in this sense because I rock with Boosie. Because if I had to pick one of the other like music and just who's more entertaining all day, Boosie, like he landslide victory. But he did him wrong, man, because how he said it was so like he was really like, nah, he snitched. It wasn't like I could see the possibility. It was like nah, he dead set just threw that jacket on that man. So I can't blame Rollo for checking them doing that.
No, I don't blame him, but it's a way you go about doing everything. And when you telling the world that you pulling up to a nigga house residence and you wasn't leaving until you had your conversation and you was ready for whatever. I feel like there's more so about, like Boosie said, we agreed we weren't gonna talk about it. So that shit show you it's still more for internet than real nigga response. Just being real. In my opinion, though, if you was really trying to resolve the issue, then you wouldn't even say it that happened.
Nah, for real. To your point though, wrong time. It's you like super hot right now. You got all these things going on. You talking. You got out of jail. Them people looking at you. Do you think that? Because I heard some people say, I know he had love for Dolph, but do you think he got love for anybody else in PRE? Or do you think even I don't know if anybody said this, but do you think he may have had fake love for Dolph? Because it seemed like he tried to move like Dolph though. Because what he be doing in Atlanta, he does the same thing, kind of in the sense of what Dolph was doing for the people out in Memphis.
I feel like this, man. If you think about it, it's a lot of people moving like Dolph ain't a bad thing. Being around somebody like around somebody like Dolph, that shit should rub off on you. You know what I'm saying? It should inspire you to, want to get on his level or aspire to do that. So in that sense, I don't feel like it was nothing wrong. I feel like Dolph might have put him on a lot of shit. He was influenced by Dolph. So by him being influenced by Dolph, he might have had some liking for everybody else, but that still don't mean there's Dolph. And going back to that, to answer your question, I would say, like I put up a post today, and it was the picture of Big Moochie Grape and Rollo. Like I'm the first one, in my opinion, that broke the story that I felt like Rollo had Big Moochie Grape jewelry on. Just being real. So, and my thing is shit, and reason I say that is because you said you couldn't get them back, right? But you fuck with them. You fuck with Big Moochie. You fuck with, you know what I'm saying? So if you fuck with Big Moochie, you fuck with Dog, and them ain't the same chains, why would you go buy the exact same chain that Big Moochie had on? It just don't make sense to me. And then you didn't wait 6 months. You waited 6 days to put the motherfuckers on. You see what you couldn't
It looked crazy.
you couldn't help yourself. You see what I'm saying? You couldn't wait to put them spaghettis on. So then you hear Kenny Money. Everything I'm saying is for entertainment purpose alleged. But he said he had to tell Rollo to calm down on the shenanigans. You get right out of jail and you disengarded them. They ain't even disengarded like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why you inserting yourself so much to where you rapping, you down there now. So it'll be different if you was in the city and you was, you know what I'm saying, bowling out of control like that. But you in Atlanta talking about Memphis shit, you just really making it hot. You see what I'm saying? More hot shit, which ain't needed. So it's like he really be on. He a boss, but at the same time he be on young nigga time and too though. You know what I'm saying? He be on a lot of young nigga time and too, in my opinion. So you know.
What really got me with Rollo, where he's sitting there at the goddamn funeral. What'd he do? Rich homie Quan, R.I.P. What'd he do? Rich homie, mama, baby. Then he do this. He do this. Make sure it's fit. Then he make sure his teeth still gleaming with his bucket hat on, all white. Like, yeah. Rich
Like I
homie,
said,
mama.
still young. He still be on young nigga time. It seems like he do a lot of good too,
He
you
do,
know,
but
but he just everything is for life now, man. Everything is for views and shit now, though, man. That's what it's really about, though. That's why you see so many rappers is venturing off into the podcasting now. You know,
nah, yeah, for real. Nah, that's when I knew Rollo. I was like, Rollo, you on some other shit right now. Pipe down, dog. You doing too much. I had a question though. You bring up Big Moochie Grape. Don't know if I brought this up last time, so let me know if I did. Did Big Moochie Grape have beef with Key Glock shooters, or was that him having beef with like Big Unk? Like, was Big Unk like? Did somebody that Dolph signed have some issues with somebody's shooters allegedly?
I never heard of it.
Okay, because one of our hosts that does some stuff time to time, he was breaking something down, and our short's been like taking off. It's like it already took off, but it's like retook off just after the Dolph trial. But he
I
was
never
saying,
heard of it though.
did you want me to play it so you
Yeah,
can hear it to see if it's
you
all right?
can,
Hold on.
you can.
Because I wanna see if there's validity to this. But people in the comments were saying that it has to do with Big Unk. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go. All right.
All started with Dolph. If Dolph didn't sign the ops, he signed the ops. Big Moochie Grape was an op. Big Moochie Grape has smoke with Key Glock shooters.
My hell no.
Young Dolph signed Big Moochie Grape.
What up?
Hell no. This
Okay.
is from hell no. From what I know from being a Memphis person, Big Unk, from what I heard, you see what I'm saying? Big Unk had issues that ain't got shit to do with Big Moochie Grape. They both Grape Street for one. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
no, I feel like it has more so to do with some more street shit in Memphis, bro. But it ain't had nothing.
Gotcha.
Some more
You
street
gotta
shit
say
in
no
Memphis,
names.
bro.
Okay,
That ain't
excuse me.
got nothing to do with that though, bro.
Okay, I
Like,
was curious. I had to ask when you brought up the name. I was like, oh, let me think about this real quick. Somebody going in on Zab Coheen. He going in on Big Moochie, man. He letting it. What he say?
podcast guy. What Zab say? Hold on, let me see. Jet, you gotta get fired. And Chris dude, he be capping like shit. I saw Charles and humping. Hold on, drop. Never like Big Moochie racks. That's all. Go for. See, okay. See.
Somebody
He
knows
don't be
something.
wanting me to say nothing. He don't be wanting me to say nothing, but then when he get on here, he get to doing all that type of shit though, right? So let me tell you who Zab is. Zab, go pull up. I want you to pull up this video then. Nah, I ain't gonna even do that. Fuck this shit up. Nah, he one of my he one of my members though, but he one of them dudes that just used to be out here in the street. So he rock with who he rock with. He kind of rock with straight drop them. He rock with Black Youngster them. So he gonna always come from his perspective from their side of things. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah.
He gonna always come from their perspective.
Oh man, I was curious on that. Here's another one that's been kind of making its rounds again, just because I guess. Well, it was so Jeezy's former manager. He had came out and did an interview when he was talking about whenever the beef had happened with him and Gucci.
Oh, hold up, Jen. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I said Big Unc and Moochie both Grape Street. That doesn't mean that Grape Street don't have fallouts. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see them being on the same label over there. And they having a fallout. Because they both was tied in with Big Scar too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's good. There's a lot of. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to see if anybody could be like, oh, this, that, because there's people within that. He was saying that it was really Big Moochie Grape that was having the smoke with key Glock shooters. But then people all in the comments were like, you off. Then as of recently, they're like, no, it's Big Unc. It was Big Unc. But I know that Big Unc was signed to PRE or whatever. Or
you ever heard of a man named? You ever seen when like Big Moochie had some incidents when he first got into the game, and I think that dude who he had issues with was supposed to be cool with Straight Drop, but he was another affiliation. You know what I'm saying? I think they might have had some dealings. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't think it was nothing with them, in my opinion.
Got you. No, I was just curious. So let's get to this. So yeah, we about to get to that Edward Ash for sure. So his manager.
Man, hold on 1 second. Let me grab this sack. Just give me go grab this sack. I left it in the living room.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me see. Shout out to the chat. Chocolate. You need a wrench for tonight only. Need a wrench for tonight only. Just if only for one night.
Shout out for them bloomers. Shout out to them bloomers. I see Miss Chocolate in the building. I see in the building. I appreciate y'all following BigTruDat over here. Yes. Support.
You know what? It is always good to have a lady moderator. So what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna add you as a mod, and it ain't gonna be
a moderator.
One night, Chocolate.
Who asked you? Miss Chocolate.
Yeah, Miss Chocolate. I'm sorry. I'm trying to say it all.
Miss
Chocolate.
Hey, look. When she first became a subscriber, I used to call her Miss Chocolate. I thought she was German or some shit. I was like, what are you saying? I used to say it just like that too, Miss Chocolate. Or like, what the hell is that?
That is funny. No, yeah. Shout out to the ladies, man. They be tuning in. We need some estrogen in the chat sometimes.
Man, come on, man. Because niggas is too tough these days.
Yeah, man. Like, we need just the ladies. All right. So Gucci and Jeezy. Let's do this. So his manager, Jeezy, former manager, came out and he was basically talking about the whole situation. He said that, of course they did their music together, boom. But I guess Jeezy was doing a lot of stuff to Jeezy, like not dapping him up in the club, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just acting like he's over here at Hollywood, basically, like, yo, I'm on a whole nother level now. You below me for some odd reason. But then he also said that I guess in between there, Gucci heard I forgot what song that was, but it was something of like, I forgot, it was like about my Gucci bag, about something with a Gucci bag that he was saying. So Gucci took that as his opportunity to start coming in like, you know what, F it. He hating on me. He think he better than me. I'm gonna start just dissing him and dissing him and dissing him. Well, at that time, he said that none of the clique, like USDA, didn't even really know about this. So Blood Raw walked up in the club one day with Jeezy was in them and went in the club together. Try to dap up Gucci, and Gucci kind of looking at him like, man, what the hell you coming over me for? We got beef basically because you on that side. So, right. Which is kind of messed up. I don't know why Jeezy didn't brief him because I thought he was more of like the businessman, and I'm a huge fan of Jeezy. He's like one of my top 5 rappers of all time.
Who won that beef then? Just throwing it in there. Who won between him and Gucci in your opinion? Who won that beef?
That's such a really to Gucci.
Just it was Gucci, a winner, or they both were losers.
You know, I would say that they're both losers, but if you had to pick a winner, a slight, like just okay, he barely inched out of it. It's like a fight where they both get knocked out, but you look who got more bruises on their head just because they hurt themselves. Just because I think they could have worked together. You saw that versus, but I'll give something to Atlanta though. They were able to make shit work through that whole beef. Like people still that mess with Gucci, that mess with Jeezy, they still were able to work, and I'll give it to them too. I'll say that they were still able to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Even though it got to that little, they still let the city eat. In a lot of cities like Dallas, everything goes to shit. You know what I'm saying? With the
you don't think they divided Atlanta though, in a sense?
It divided Atlanta.
I don't think none of the niggas that fuck with Gucci. They might have been fans of Jeezy, but I don't think none of the niggas that came up on the Gucci ever worked with Jeezy.
Yeah, and see that's the thing is, and see, it's weird because both of that they got a parallel career, right? Until, like you said, Jeezy just took the F off because he had the Boys in the Hood thing before that. So he was already getting pushed by Diddy, was able to get in front of Jay-Z, Def Jam, all this other stuff, right? To where
Gucci about what's going on. I'm listening.
No, you good. To where Gucci, that Versus was great. I still watch that Versus to this day because Gucci was on some bullshit and I was all for it. Jeezy was like, hey, I'm just trying to, but Gucci's like, no, I'm gonna let you have it every chance that I can get. Put on this music anyway. But what was I saying?
I think music-wise, Jeezy won the Versus though.
Yeah, to me, Jeezy's music I can listen to more, and I'm just more of I grew up on Jeezy. I mean Gucci as well, but Gucci sometimes be rapping about some bullshit. I
started liking Gucci more so of him because I felt like he was just a with the shit person. You know what I'm saying? Like I liked the lifestyle, but I was more of a fan of Jeezy music though early on.
Oh, facts. Like them first 3 albums, all 101, 102, 103. Or yeah, all those 3, those were nice. You know what I'm saying? And even that USDA album was nice that they had. Like Jeezy, especially in Dallas, like Dallas bumps the hell out of Jeezy. You would have think he was from Dallas when that album came out, especially the first 3 albums. That first one for sure, though. You heard Bottom of the Map. You was hearing all kind of difference. It was like Jeezy took over Dallas. So, but yeah, that's a good question. It's like they both definitely took an L in my opinion, just because they could have done a joint album. They could have done way more stuff, brought people together a lot more to where, yeah, it did divide it, but in a sense, they still was able to let people work together.
Thanks. Let me ask you a personal question real quick.
Go ahead.
Well, not personal. Like being from a different ethnic background, how was it coming up with being a fan of, all these black artists and shit like that? Did people take you serious, or were you judged? Were you misunderstood? Were you the Eminem? Like, what was it?
The Eminem. I guess basically kind of like that in a sense, because in all the schools that I went to up until my 9th grade, well, it was weird how it kind of 9th grade to 10th grade in the schools. That's a whole nother thing. But I would say from 10th grade to 12th grade, I moved, and that school was basically a good chunk white. with it. It still had, you know, black Mexicans, whatever. But most of the other schools that I did most of my life was mostly Mexican and black. And then my dad owned the club. So then on top of that, my mom's white, of course, but then all of my other brothers are mixed. So then the stepmoms I had were black. So then I grew up listening to that music as well. You know what I'm saying? Not even just hip hop. I'm talking about like the Tevin Campbells, all that shit. So I don't know. It wasn't like it was forced with me. Like I already knew the music, and then it wasn't really forced. Does that make sense? So in that sense, my mom would be more like, "Hey, don't be listening to all them curse words. Get the edited version at least." But you know, that'd be the only thing. But when I was with my dad, I was able to listen to the unedited versions and all that stuff.
You see when Power Wall came out, huh?
You see, it's weird with me with Eminem. One thing, because he was different, but most white rappers I was tough on. I wasn't really like a Paul Wall fan, so I wasn't really big. I wasn't. I was I rock with Paul Wall, but it wasn't like, oh man, a white rapper, Paul Wall. Yep, he do. Oh my goodness.
I was just thinking because he from Texas, you from Texas. You know what I'm saying?
I rocked with him though, but you know who I listen to more than Paul Wall? Lil White. Shout out, wasn't he from was he from Nashville? Was he from Memphis?
He's from Memphis, man.
Okay. Because I know he was running with Jelly Roll for a while, right? Before Jelly Roll just took out of there, took off.
Yeah, but he started with 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Lil White. Yeah, I fucked with Lil White though, for sure. I
Hey,
like
it's crazy. I was locked up with this white boy named Dale. And man, shout out to Dale, man. Dale used to rap with Lil White back in the day. And he helped me record my first mixtape. It's on Dead Pimp right now. It's called Truth to God, Dread Gang. But it's a white boy named Dale who grew up with Lil White. And him and Lil White got beef, man, to this day, like, because they came up rapping. And I think Lil White tried to get signed behind their back. And man, it turned into some rap shit and the street shit. Like, yeah, but shout out to Dale though, man.
Hey man, that's crazy. But yeah, that Lil White, I forgot what album that was, man. I gotta go back on Apple Music and go look for that because he had that album. I don't know how I got a hold of that damn album. It was a random. I think somebody was like, "Hey, you know this white dude that raps?" I think it was another white dude that gave it to me. Actually, he was like, "You know this white dude that raps? He's from Memphis." Or I was like, "Yo, let me check it out." Then I started
listening. What's going on? Memphis Grizzly, what's up?
Oh man. Okay. Let's do this one, man, because I gotta get him. Because everybody liked to flame Jay-Z. I understand he got weird ties with Rockefeller and Rock Nation. Sorry, Dame Dash, bruh. Did you see that interview with the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, I played it last.
Bro, they was on his ass, and he fell into the trick bag. He over here say he about to take over Revo. The dude came out and was like, no, he's not. Then I guess he was saying some shit about Claudia Jordan. She came out and exposed him, basically said she was
today.
So
did you hear Cameron new response today? Cameron went in today on him.
I didn't get a chance to see that one. What did Cameron say? Because I know that, I know in the interview he got mad for Cameron sending his son some money.
Yeah, he got mad about that. He also got mad. Cameron said he feel like it stemmed from Cameron saying, Dame Dash saying, Cameron saying he didn't like the movie. Whatever movie that Dame Dash put him in, forced him to be in, he said he didn't promote it because he didn't like the movie. So Cameron said he let Dame talk about him 3-4 times without actually addressing him. Then once he addressed, Dame got mad. He said he felt like Dame got personal with him. You know what I'm saying? So like, fuck it, I'm gonna get personal. So he brought some people that I think Lee is a dude that grew up with, that he did business with, just having them to speak on certain little things. But he was like, he really don't want to go back and forth with Dame. He never known Dame as being a liar, but he lying now about certain things. He mixing the truth with lies.
But he's always doing that. I think he's done that his whole entire career. And at this point, now he's getting so senile because he had the nerve, the gall to say his teeth falling out of his mouth was scripted. Like, no, He's like, I let people know the imperfections of me. Like, no, you don't. Like, you did not want your teeth to fall out with them ditches because hey, Charlamagne cooked his ass the whole interview, and then Envy was on his ass.
Right.
Like, the more he talked. Now, OG at the end, though, I'm not gonna lie. OG at the end spit true game. I was like, okay, you need to start like. It'd be weird, guys like Dame, they got an OG like that, and you're like, are you not really listening to this dude? Because everything that you say, like, I don't know, it's cap. Because he's also about the revolt thing. Oh, it's gonna come out on deadline tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to position this for. Just everything's cap, and that's why Jay-Z gave up on your ass. But he's wrong. Because they said he was running around with blank checks, like just spending money on money. Remember that Lost Ones? Too much flossing. Too much Sam Rothstein. I ain't a bitch, but I gotta divorce him. Like he was saying, like, yo, I'm done with this dude. And I
was he talking about him when he said, I heard niggas weren't playing their day role, so we parted ways like Ben and J-Lo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't a bitch, but I gotta divorce him. Hov had to get the shallow shit up off him. And I ain't even want to be
and I ain't even want to be famous. So, but do you think Jay-Z was 100% correct in everything he did?
With
you don't
Dame,
think he crossed? Yeah, with Dame, you don't feel like he crossed Dame out in no shape, form, or fashion?
To say he's like 100% right, no, I'm pretty sure Jay did petty stuff back. But to me, I think Dame to me. This is what I pick up about Dame with interviews that he does, especially this one and even the last one. Because he contradicts himself. He's a walking hypocrite. He seems like he's a cancer. Everybody he does business with, something goes awry. Why every time something goes awry? He's worse than Finesse2Tymes. Because he'll sit there and call people, oh, you a worker. But then he'll turn around and he's basically a worker working for the man. And you like, bro, everything you say is contradict. Don't cut me off. Then he cutting people off. So. To me, Jay, after a while, it was taxing on him. Like you can even see.
You think it was more his business or his personality?
I think it started to. I think that's when Jay couldn't get enough. At first, it was the personality, but he could deal with it because the business was working, right? Okay. But Dame is a short-term business guy. He's not a long-term business because everything he does seems to be just a bunch of bullshit, just to be real. So Jay,
so you wouldn't take business advice from him?
I would take some business advice and then I would be like, okay, let me like poke holes through this. And then I ask another business, like to say he's not successful. Yeah, but he sat there and said, oh, if you get $100 million, $80 million loan, then you're broke. I mean, I get it. But if you're getting $180 million loan, that means they trust you to make that money back so you won't be broke. Like, yeah, you're broke at the time because you owe somebody, but that big of a loan, I take it that you just you slipped on a big ass banana peel and you have a track record, your credit's good in business. And they're like, oh, you know what? This is a one-time thing. Let me get you up out of there. Here you go. Here's these. Like a lot of the stuff that you see, it's just, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I would love to sit and pick his brain, but it just seems like a bunch of bullshit. Like he just seems senile now.
I feel like he just, I don't know, man. You know, it's like when you, sometimes life can break you. Then he in the public eye, so he trying to figure out the best way to work his move in the public eye. Listen, it's funny you say this about his teeth now, but you know he not the first celebrity who done went on camera with their teeth fucked up now. It done been several. Jeezy teeth done fell out. Master P teeth done fell out.
That's okay. But with him, he's trying to spit it like he's never wrong. He's that guy that just seems like he's never wrong. Like he could trip and fall on the ground because he tried to sit there and say, I did all that to build up for this one moment so I could do my grand. So it's like he would fall on the ground, bust his face, teeth fall out, bleeding. He's like, I took one for the team so I could do, like, he's never wrong. He's one of those guys that be like, okay, you know what? You never could be wrong. I can't do it with you no more, bro.
Now, he ain't got no accountability, though.
Those are the words.
He ain't got no accountability, though. I can say that. He ain't got no accountability, but I don't think he useless, though. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I don't think he useless. He just living off of what he used to be. You know,
I mean, he did something right because that thing on Breakfast Club that might have been the most viewed in a long time. It's like over almost 2 million views on that mug.
what you
So
think about how you feel about Charlemagne? See, was he lying about Charlemagne then? Since you feel like Charlemagne was on his ass, was he on Charlemagne ass?
he was on his ass, but to me, like I think the funniest thing because I get called gay all the time, so just be like, okay, it is what it is. They don't know
Why?
about my sex life. I don't
Why?
know. They just like to throw that in there. I ain't never seen you with a woman. Well, why am I bringing my woman around? I can't have a private life. It's crazy, but. I think that so when people be like, oh, oh, he gay, like to me that was like low hanging fruit. So that's why Charlamagne hit it right back with, well, you think I'm gay? Well, I think you broke. Like we know what broke means, right? Broke, like when they say Diddy's broke, Diddy's not broke like in our sense, like, oh, I would love to have that much money. But for Diddy, Diddy's broke. So for Dame, he's probably broke right now.
Right. I feel like it might be some truth in it, but I also feel like I don't know Charlemagne's, I know he married, but I just know for me, a lot of the shit that he talk about and laugh about ain't the type of shit that I like to talk and laugh about though. You see what I'm saying? A lot of the shit that he brings. So just from a straight man's point of view, I wouldn't be want to talk about the shit he talk about a lot. You see what I'm saying? So I can see how one could say those things too though. Cause you doing this shit after being on the air for 10 years. This is what you talk about. A lot of, of those type of things. So I wouldn't, if I was you, unless that's your content, I wouldn't put myself in the same boat as Charlemagne. You know what I'm saying? Being that's the reason why motherfuckers call me that. You know what I'm saying? He get called that off his content. You see what I'm saying?
I don't never say no. That's the funny thing. I don't never say no gay stuff. I would never be like, because I know he does a lot of dick jokes. So
He doing a lot of plenty shit, so
Yeah.
who want to hear that shit though,
What you mean? That ain't got nothing to do with it. I just don't I don't mix business with personal. So I don't bring what you mean.
There, Dame in the back. I'm gonna read a couple comments.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah. But shout out. Oh, okay. So here's the other one though. Yeah, Dame, you going out sad, I think, because they over there, everybody just calling you out on your bullshit right now. You just need to chill and don't talk.
Oh, what you think about Cameron kicking Adrian Broner off?
That was my next topic. You reading my mind. That shit, hey, Cameron stood. All right, let's get to that. Cameron stood on business. To me, I don't know. Some people are saying like, hey man, let him shoot his shot. But a lot of people saying that that's what a real one's gonna do. Because Adrian Broner went up there, started hollering at the lady co-host. And then he was like, hey, yo, man, you making her basically like, but they were saying she was going because she was laughing at it. So it didn't look like she was too offended by it. But Cameron was like, look, I'm going to pay you your money. Get up out of here. It was nice having you here, but you got to go. You being mad disrespectful.
Okay, so let me ask. Okay, so I look at it like this. For me, kind of watching it. Stat baby, she seemed like just a friendly person trying to keep the show going. But I seen some behind the scenes footage where she was just laughing, and Cameron said that her boyfriend was there a couple times.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he said he had already told him that her boyfriend was there, and I feel like this too though, being smart about it. It might have been the best thing to do because at the same time, he in there with you. You don't want to just piss him off. You know what I'm saying? You make him mad. You can't beat him up now. You can't be just being real. He could two-piece your ass to sleep for them security guards coming up.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to play it smooth, be firm, but go on, give him his money, but escort him out because it was coming off uncomfortable though. Just watching it like, damn, bro. I mean, come on, hey, we get it. We get it.
Real.
We get it, bro. But damn, he grinding shit. Stat. He couldn't focus. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't focus on shit because he was worried about stat, baby.
So no,
So
she was over there basically chocolate. She was kind of laughing it off in a sense of but I didn't see the before. And on top of that, to me, I think Cameron stood on business. He did the right thing
he
because
did the right thing.
at
He
the
did
end
the
of the
right
day,
thing.
it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, bro, that's like one too many. Get up out of here. But like you said, do it. All right. He led with, I'm gonna pay you your money.
Yeah,
That's why, like you said,
yeah,
he didn't want to have to fight. I'm gonna pay your
yeah.
money.
I ain't gonna get too aggressive with you at the same time. I ain't gonna get too aggressive. I'm gonna leave by telling you I'm gonna pay you. But at the same time, I want that baby to feel comfortable too, though. Because he said she like a little sister to him. So she don't know how to do nothing else but laugh it out.
Is that the
Jay-Z
one?
told the feds about DJ Drama, his stroke collab deal with Jay Prince, Birdman, Dame, Suge Knight, and Earl Guy.
He
How
wanted
you
me to
know
read.
Jay-Z? How you know Jay-Z said that?
Is that the one you talking about, Edward Ash? The that you said that's the last comment you was talking about. That's crazy.
How you know Jay-Z said that?
Y'all may change pop me. Nah, man, we in Austin, but we cover, Memphis is because we don't hit the algorithms. We'll be a fool not to talk about it. And Memphis is, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. Let me
What
see
they
if
say?
they say we should be change it to Pop Memphis Media. Dame was saying it. He said Dame had said it. Well, see, that's the thing, man, because Dame be just talking too, though.
I think he talked with it. He one of them people though where it's truth and everything he's saying, but he might mix the truth with it too, though. Like he ain't just making all this shit up out his ass now.
Nah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
But you got them people that spin everything too.
No, that's
You
true
know,
too.
it's like the people that the boy that cried wolf. They can be telling the truth, telling the truth, telling the truth. Then when you fuck around and spin it, or you be spinning it, telling the truth so much, like shit, we don't even know, can we just believe you right now? Because shit, you will spin it now.
No, yeah. Austin got the best outlet. He said, like, go in. Damon Suge confirmed it. Hell yeah, and Suge stamped it. Now, Suge, he's a lot of things, but he don't seem too much of a liar unless he ain't trying to implicate himself. But he seemed like he be just calling it straight down the middle. But I don't know, because some of the stuff do be sounding kind of outlandish. Let me see if there's anything else that I see. Oh, what do you think? Just because she announced it, and we all know she's a thought. But what do you think about Cardi B? She already pregnant with Stephon Diggs. He wasn't gonna waste no time. He's a locker room cancer. His own teammates already said they wouldn't let him be around they sisters or anything. They're like, yeah, I would not. That's the one
For
dude.
real.
Yeah, the dude asked the question. He was like, "What's the one player you wouldn't want your sister to date?" And every single player, damn near unanimously, was like, "No, not Stephon Diggs." Then allegedly, Stephon Diggs got some alleged accusations about drugging males and inserting something in them. You feel me? So they say he's like a sexual demon, allegedly, like you say, like everybody say, for entertainment and allegedly.
Right.
What do you think about that though? She already knocked down, already got the baby, is Offset. Like, what you think about that?
Man, people gonna move on. But I just felt like, sometimes people can't tell them what to do. But I guess you feel like if she is moving on, it's to somebody with money. So it ain't like she just having to worry about that on that end. And I don't know, man. That shit just be crazy, man. It should be crazy. I feel like really you gotta take the time out for yourself when you done been married and all these kids and hurt and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. You just really just moving on to cover up what you just got out of. But so doing some shit like that, having a baby bad, maybe that's gonna make them stay together though. maybe it's gonna keep their relationship together, and you know.
Shit crazy when I saw that. I'm like, damn, they ain't been together for the full year. Already got knocked up. That hit
You know,
different.
they fucking people fucking out here though, you know.
Yeah, I think she put a what do they call it, IUD or whatever. You know, you throw that mug up in there for a little bit. Let that coochie breathe for a little bit.
Nah, hell nah, he in the league.
Oh man, I
He
think
in
that's
the league. You don't think shit? That's just like most regular females. They ain't throwing that shit up in there. They run across them. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we got your ass, sir.
yeah, you ain't lying. They gonna definitely. And then he got money,
Got
so
money.
he got them M's. He a sports player. Hopefully, he put it all up. You know what I'm saying? It hit different. Sports money and hip hop money is totally different.
Most definitely. Most
Um,
definitely.
I think that's all of the topics that I got today. Unless you got anything that you want to cover, then you can drop, you know what I'm saying, the YouTube channel and everything else that you got for the people so they can refer back over there.
Man, I'm good, man. I just appreciate you having me on. It's late bloomers on YouTube. Y'all go check me out, BigTruDat. Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you having me on. Enjoyed the content tonight.
No, yeah,
Definitely, man.
we definitely set up a weekly thing, you know what I'm saying? The people, you know, they rock with your opinion. You come with a different perspective than the normal that we can sometimes have on here, you know. Not saying we all bullshit, but we probably like 83%, you know what I'm saying? We got the
Hey, I
other
was gonna ask you there, right? I was gonna say, I wonder how it kind of blend in with somebody who like I kick shit, but I don't just really be, you know what I'm saying? You know how so I wonder how they blend in, you
no.
know.
Well, I mean, trust me, we'll have some more people that we can, you know, have you up there with. I just, you know, I'm always gonna be available, you know, when we got the time. So I'm gonna either jump up there, if not, but definitely want to get you up here with like 40 Loke. You and 40 Loke would be good because she brings up a lot of good things that she be hearing. So you can kind of debunk some of the or be like, yo, this is what okay, this is you a little right here, but then you wrong here type of stuff. So we definitely can, you know, do
Oh, I
some
do got a question.
people. What up?
With the Yo Gotti and Dolph situation, did it make people that's not from the city like y'all make you pick and choose?
For me per se, I hear, you know, of course when Nadi was here, he was big PRE. And but for me per se, it's kind of both because of course I listened to Gotti way before I listened to Dolph, but then I started listening to Dolph too. So I liked them both. So I don't think I necessarily just fully picked a side because I still listen to Gotti. Like I listen to Gotti's music. Like I said, that last album still goes hard to me that I showed you. So I think that was his last one that like his project that he put out. I still listen to that. So for me, I don't necessarily just be like, oh, big CMG or big PRE. I'm just like, yo, I was a fan of both of them. And I just hated to see that beef happen because to me, that took a hit on Gotti's. I ain't gonna say his legacy. I'll probably more say his like his reputation in a sense, because it's always gonna be like when you hear Dolph, you're gonna think of Yo Gotti. And then when you think of Gotti, a lot of people that are Dolph fans are gonna be like, and people love Dolph. Like he had that, you know how like Pac died, he had that fan base. That's like they latched on, like they loved Pac. I loved Pac. You know what I'm saying? People love Dolph. You don't get those a lot. You got Pac, you got Dolph, you got Mo 3, and then a few others, right? Nipsey, I guess too late, but some of that seems like it was later on. But like those three guys, to me, that's like when they died, like they got people that love them. I don't know. That's kind of how I see it. So I don't pick a side, but in Texas, there will be people that do pick sides, like out here. They'll be like, oh, no, CMF. You know, then you'll have people, you know, they'll make for, oh, PRE, they a bunch of, you know, they're rats over in PRE. I ain't say that. That's what people saying in the comments and stuff like that. So, I don't, you know, I guess it kind of just depends. Because then there's a lot of people that are also fans of both. Because like Gotti was played before Dolph on the radio and everything else, and in the mixtapes and all that shit.
So let me ask you this then: do you think that Dolph was a bigger artist than Yo Gotti?
See, so you said, do I think Dolph was a bigger artist whenever they were
I'm
both?
asking you, do you think he was a bigger artist?
You're asking Dolph bigger than Gotti? Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking, do you think he was?
At the time, yes, because that's when Gotti started to kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of simmer down a little bit more, in my opinion. Like Gotti was still putting out some stuff, but it seemed like he was already gearing up for retirement. But Dolph was also, he was putting out more music that was better at that time, right? To where Gotti kind of seemed like he's been slowly falling out of love with music, to where I Showed You So seemed like that was his graceful exit. Like I went as hard as I, you know what I'm saying? This is the last. Bye.
So
Go ahead.
Hotter or bigger?
Hotter Dolph, bigger Gotti.
I think that'll be the best way to proceed that.
Exactly, because of course Gotti got big money. He's already established in the game. He got ties. He already with Angela.
He got more accolades than Young Dolph too, musically.
Yeah, he does. He does for sure. He started before, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like Dolph was still trying to catch up, and not in a bad way. He just got, got in the game a little, later. And then of course he didn't have, when he came out, it was a lot more like an independent. Even though, he probably still has some stuff with Empire and all that, like Soulja Boy's over there trying to, hey, yeah, you trying to say you independent, but you over here. Well, you got to have a distribution deal, or else you're going to do it like Nipsey Hussle and sell $100 CDs, because you don't got to he didn't go distribution. He was like, here you go for that first time. Like, here you go, until it became readily available. But it's like, but no, you're right. The perfect way to say it is hotter was Dolph. But Gotti is definitely already bigger, because Angela Simmons, there's more that comes to just music, right? You got music, your brand, how they see you, all these other things. Right. And then he had a label.
I feel like that, but then it's just on the music level though. When you just think about it, I mean, PRE, it's a successful label, but at the time, or even now, CMG probably has more successful artists though, who done charted. They got Glorilla, they got Moneybagg Yo.
Oh yeah. For some reason I thought I heard you say PRE.
They got Black Youngster, they got Block Boy JB. All these people done had an impact as far as, not saying Paper Route hasn't, because they most definitely have, but they done sold more. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, yeah, for sure. So
I feel like on their level, they adds to his credentials as far as just being their boss. That CMG been around a minute and it's been successful. Can't take that away from him.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about 50 Cent telling them to change that from cocaine music to a certified music group? What do you think about that? And then he admitted it, that he 50 did tell him that.
Shit, good advice.
Facts.
Good advice, man. It just opened up more doors.
Yeah.
Good advice.
No, yeah, I thought that was interesting whenever he broke that one down. But no, yeah, that's an interesting, question though. But definitely,
Dolph bigger now than Gotti ever was. Yeah, he might be bigger now. Yeah, he might be bigger now.
Because I remember when Gotti came out, especially whenever, streaming wasn't available, the shit was different back then. You heard Gotti all on the radio, and then you had to buy the CDs too. That's a tough one. But yeah, Tupac was definitely bigger than Biggie. As soon as Pac was, I don't know. I think they not
gonna ever forever be linked with each other though.
No, that's the thing, exactly. And Gotti, I know and I don't think Gotti did nothing. I think that was all Big Juke thing. I think Gotti was finally done with it. he got Jay-Z advice. Jay-Z gonna tell him, yo, look, this is the way to do it. Wazay, woody whoop. And you know what I mean? I think that was an isolated thing. Like Big Jook was really like, no, this is how we need to get it done, little bro. And Guy was just like, can't tell him nothing. But at the same time, it don't look good when you like, I look up to my big brother. So hey.
I think he meant so. The street shit, like far as when he was speaking on that, all of that was before. You know what I'm saying? Like when I heard God got it earlier, I'm not really a Gotti fan like that. But he was speaking of more so the hustling tip.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He never really spoke about his brother being no vigilante, no get bad street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just being real. For me coming up listening to Gotti music, he always spoke about his brother being the hustler. He always spoke about his mama being the hustler. So when he's saying that, I ain't gonna hold him against him saying he look up to his big brother, because see, his big brother was more so where he learned the streets from. You know what I'm saying? Dealing and shit. So I get what you're saying, but you know,
I was just being messy.
I already know. And you know, me knowing that, I just gotta clean it up.
Yeah, for sure. Do that.
You
That's
know
what I
what I'm
want you to do. I always clean it up. I ain't never gonna get mad. So if I
Yeah,
mess
I think I clean it up.
be like, hey, bro, don't do that. I'm like, I bet I won't do it.
Yeah, I think I clean it up, man. You know, but
I ain't gonna go too crazy though, but I'm gonna skate the line. You feel me? That's funny.
Shit to you, man. Shit to you, bro. But like I said, man, I appreciate you. Real talk. You too say easy to be lied on the dead, man. Yeah. But yeah, I was just reading them comments again.
No, yeah, the comments, man. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Even if y'all talk shit, you know what I'm saying? I'll be rocking.
Man, most definitely. Hey, y'all, BG did call me, but he called while I was on here. BG, that's somebody I be doing a little podcast with, though. So he got a good little perspective too, though. But we probably run something out after this.
No, yeah, and if you ever want to invite some of your people up here, you know what I'm saying? Definitely we can do that as well. You know, you send the links to them, and then I can pick, you know what I'm saying, you know, 2 or 3, you know, maybe you and another person, or you and 2 others, you know, pick y'all brain on the panel. You feel me? Even if they in some other cities that we can get their perspective on. So yeah, just let me know.
Bet. I most definitely, man. Like I said, appreciate you pulling me up again.
No,
man, you know, shit chill.
Appreciate your time, man. You
shit
too,
chill.
bro.
All right, get with me.
Yes, sir. You be easy, man.
You too, bro.
Y'all go subscribe to Late Bloomers TV. My man BigTruDat, you know what I'm saying? He got good perspectives. I appreciate him.
Yeah.
Y'all hit that like button, man.
We appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. Y'all go fuck with Pop Austin. Make sure y'all tell her bring me back. That's what we here for. Appreciate it, Doctor.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
I get with y'all though.
All right then, boss.
Shit.
All right then, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Tuning in, tapping in, popping y'all shit. Keep talking y'all shit in the comments, man. We ain't trying to block, delete nothing and all that. But yeah, I'm about to head up out this thing. Try to get a workout in for the night, so I don't get fat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we out. Peace.